Imagen 4, Google's most powerful AI image generator, has just been updated and now promises to better understand and generate text within images. But has it pulled ahead of the competition the same way it did with its image generator, VO3? I ran some tests myself, also brought in tests from other experts, and we're going to find out the results in today's video. But before we continue, leave a comment below. Do you already use any AI to generate images? Which one is your favorite? Are you already making money by generating images? Leave a comment below. I want to know. I'm already here on Gemini where I'll be generating the images. Imagen 4 has already been enabled for me. I also found out that it's generating images on the free plan as well. So if it hasn't shown up for you yet, it will soon. And you can also access it through whiskey, which isn't a drink, it's Google whiskey. How do you access it here? You go to Google Labs, then you enter here, then you scroll down and click on View in All. Then by clicking here, you select Create, and then you'll find whiskey here. There are all the Google apps and AIs here for you to try out, most of them for free. Okay, wonderful. Let's go straight to Google Gemini. Then I've already generated a few here so the video doesn't get too long, but basically here's how it works. Let's start with this one first. I asked it to generate using this prompt here. If you want to take a screenshot, I asked it to create a man, kind of cybernetic and all, where he has the logo and also the word OpenAI written here. I put here, if you look at the prompt, a cap with the OpenAI logo also written out. And in my opinion, it did pretty well, right? Look, we are evaluating the quality of the text here. And you can tell, right, that the cap has a curve and it's really well written. It actually turned out great. Comment below what you think. Let's go to another test I did here, where I basically generated a woman. The quality of image 4 and also of image 3, which is the previous one, is excellent. It's realistic, great. So what did I do? I asked it to put a Nike cap on, and it really did put a Nike cap on. One thing we can conclude here, it generated something sexy, which nowadays is kind of tricky for AIs, especially Google's. Besides that, it also generated brands, right? Nike's a famous brand, so apparently it's generating brands as well, which is really good. But then I noticed something. When I asked it to put on sunglasses, it generated a different woman. It wasn't the same woman. So it has a consistency problem, right? And another thing, when I added a cap, even though it kept the same woman, it changed the background. I didn't ask it to change the background. So what can we conclude? That when it comes to image editing by text, in my opinion, Google's Imagen 4 didn't perform well. Unlike this one here, which I already made another video about, but basically it's Flux Kontext. Here you can edit images. You can add, look, here's an example. You say, oh, I want her to wear winter clothes. Now I want her at the beach, you see? Look, you upload the image here, and then you put here, look, remove the hair from the face, right? This mark on the face. Now, put it on the street. Now, make it snowing. Just like that, with a simple prompt. So it's much better. If you want to access this video, I'll leave it in the description of this video. And if you want me to do a better comparison, just ask here in the comments and I'll make that video. Wonderful. So what did I do here now? I made a humanoid male robot with this prompt here with OpenAI written on the robot's body. And it really did with very good quality. So we're evaluating the text. And in my opinion, it's really delivering. Now, here's another test I did. A woman, once again, a bit sexy with her breasts showing and everything. Apple logo, so really here, people, famous brands. Sorry, and I also put here, look, Google Image 4. It worked, but it made a mistake because Imagen has an N at the end. Then I did a quick test here with famous people. I tried to put Dorothy Landry here. It didn't work. Then I also tried Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear, right? Which is from Disney, Toy Story, and that didn't work either. So it couldn't create images of famous people. Then I tried putting Elon Musk, and that didn't work either. Look, Elon Musk as Buzz Lightyear, that didn't work either. So when it comes to famous people, Google Image 4 didn't work, just like no other version of Google has ever worked with famous people. Then I brought in a test from a YouTuber. Bob, I leave the link to his video for you guys later. He did a test here with science, and it worked really well, right? He's a Brazilian YouTuber, but it worked well here. He also put the name of his channel, go subscribe. It's called Intelligência Milgrauant. That worked too. Then he tried this approach as well. He went ahead and created a detailed cyberpunk city, and then he put the channel name right on it. So in the end, it actually worked out for him. He also put a woman here wearing the channel's t-shirt, right? He's already advertising the channel. Here it didn't work, but here it did. Yeah, actually it did work, but there was a mistake here with the circumflex accent, but overall it worked well. It worked well. I also brought in another YouTuber who recently did this with whiskey, and he created, look, what appears to be a sugar packet, and it worked really well. You can see here that the writing is very consistent. There are no mistakes here and no errors at all in the lettering, even with the crumpling, which is pretty impressive, right? So the crumpling on the packaging here doesn't affect the writing at all. It turned out excellent. Now, how can you make money by generating images? I have a mentorship program called Master of Artificial Intelligence, Monetization Master of Artificial Intelligence, where I teach my mentees how to create these images using AIs. But there are plenty of tutorials on YouTube for this, okay? Like, oh, how to do it, how to generate the images. There are even tutorials on my own channel. Now, how do you take this? With my experience, I have 10 sources of income, 12 YouTube channels, 9 of them monetized. I have a course, I have mentorships, I offer services. How do you take these images and create them for a client, for example, to monetize or to use as editing material for a monetized channel? How do you monetize a YouTube channel? How did I monetize so many, including in Portuguese, English, Spanish, and German? That's what my mentorship is about, taking artificial intelligence tools and using them to make money, not just for fun, for jokes, or for making memes. You have fun while making money, which is the best scenario. I started on the internet back in 2015. It wasn't just yesterday. This year marks 10 years. Just look at that. Let's continue here with the tests. So this one turned out really well. What impressed me the most was this issue with the dent, okay? Here he did another test. Look, I think it was on an egg carton that I saw here. Let me take a look. Let me see if I can find it here or if I'm just imagining things. He did another test here, but this time he did it in Midjourney. He made a comparison here. Let me see here. Look, in Gemini, right where we were, he put a t-shirt with writing on it. Same thing, right? The wrinkles on the t-shirt don't affect the quality of the product, right? Nor the quality of the image. Look here with the whiskey as well. Let me see if there's a better image here. Look at this. Here, the rock band Kiss also turned out really cool. In this case, it was done in Chatgpt. He's making a comparison, but I want to see it here in Gemini. Let's see if he did it in Gemini. Here in Gemini, look, so the writing turned out really nice, but here it's not the band Kiss, right? And to wrap up, I saw another test here where, in this case, Chatgpt really outperformed Gemini, which was writing on a chalkboard. So the writing actually turned out pretty nice here, but look, it doesn't really look like a chalkboard, right? Yeah, it looks like there's the reflection of a person taking the photo in the background. So it was really impressive. While here in Gemini, it completely missed the mark. If you want me to do a test comparing Gemini and ChatGPT, looking at both image creation and text generation, leave a comment below. But so far, by far the best is Flux from Black Forest, which is better than Midjourney, better than ChatGPT, better than Gemini, and you can actually test it for free, at least for around 70 to 100 images. I'll leave the link in the description. If you want me to make a video comparing it with Black Forest Flux as well, let me know in the comments, okay? That's it. I'll leave a video here about the best AIs I'm using and testing for video, for images, for upscaling, for podcasts. All right? Stick around with me. See you in the next video. See you soon.